Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the first half of my week number 34 of 2024. That is Monday the 19th to Wednesday the 21st of August. And yeah, once again, no notes, but fuck it. We'll do a little memory exercise. It has actually been quite an interesting 3 days. A lot has happened, so this may be lengthy, or I might forget to mention everything. Alright, let me look at this now. Right, open up the Google Sheets, just because, some of these can help jog my memory. Okay, so actually, it was a bit of a slow start. Sometimes, I'm not sure, you may have heard the saying, hit the ground running. We definitely didn't hit the ground running, okay? This week, we hit the ground and we fell on our face. But it's fine, because it's been a pretty good week after that. But Monday, I tried to get a consistent sleep schedule. But after working on Sunday, I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I would have probably spoken about it literally just after this happened, because obviously, Sunday is the end of the week, as you all know. I had a very deep conversation with my father quite late into the night, and I didn't end up going to sleep until 2:30 on Monday morning. I wanted to get a very fixed sleep schedule this week, and since then I've been much better. I want to be in bed by midnight. I haven't quite made that. I've only done that on Wednesday. I was in bed by 12:30 on Tuesday, and obviously Monday morning, fucking 2:30. But yeah, as a result of sleeping so late on the Monday, I did miss the training in the morning, which was not good. However, I texted my friend, who I go to the gym with, just the regular gym, not the jiu-jitsu or any combat sports gym, and I said, "Yo, dude, do you fancy a cardio session?" I knew that it was unlikely, because this was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and my friend in question here in this situation has the sleep schedule of a fucking bat, meaning he basically sleeps all day and he just wakes up and reads books all night. And I was like, yo, cardio session. And I was saying cardio. We never do cardio together. So I was like, this is highly unlikely. He actually accepted. He'd been awake for 15 hours. And he said, yep, let's do cardio. I was like, wow, that's awesome. And that makes my day a lot better. Otherwise, I would have had fuck all, basically. Actually, that's not true. So my other friend at work, he wanted me to go training with him on Monday afternoon / evening, and I said I'll get back to you on that, but it was probably going to be a no. If I did my training in the morning, I probably wouldn't have gone with him to the afternoon, because it's getting expensive. I have to pay every session at there because I don't have a membership, and the level isn't that great. They're lovely people, but the level isn't that great. My main gym, the level is so much higher, so why would I go? But anyway, sometimes it's good to practice your techniques on more beginner guys. But the answer was probably going to be no. However, since I missed the morning session, I said, mate, you know what? Let's do it. So I did the cardio with my friend at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I hit a 5K on the running machine, 21 minutes, which is not good. I am at my heaviest I've ever been, so 21 minutes is all right considering that. And I had pretty good pace. I think I probably just started too slow. I was upping the speed by 1 kilometre an hour every kilometre, or sometimes half kilometre if it was too easy. But I started at like 13 kilometres an hour for about a kilometre, which is probably when I lost loads of time. I probably could have started way faster than that. But yeah, cool little machine. I was fucking sweating. Everyone next to me in the row of machines was like basically just power walking. I was creeping them out a little bit, but fuck, you know, I was drenched in sweat as well. I was wiping myself. And yeah, they also had like these ski machines. I think that's the word for them, and they're really good for like sprint cardio. And yeah, I didn't go. After my 5K, I was like, fuck that. I went back on the bag, hit the bag again, and my friend and I left. We're like, let's just leave. When I got home, I had my porridge with Nutella It's been my consistent breakfast recently. It's so good, but I should probably try and not do that as much. But it's so good. And then what did I do on Monday during the day? I feel like I did something constructive, but I don't have any notes. So, oh yeah, wait. Oh no, that wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't solidly remember what I did. So, sorry. Sorry, future me, if you wanted to know what I was doing on this day. But then, when it was time to leave, obviously got in my car, drove to kickboxing. So I was actually doing the kickboxing and the jiu-jitsu at my friend's place. And haven't done kickboxing in a while, haven't done a class in a while, so I'm definitely open to it. My friend is very beginner level at kickboxing, so it was slightly frustrating when he was holding the pads for me. I wasn't really able to have a good session because he was really bad at holding pads. But also I've got here my attentiveness was 4 out of 10 because my pad holding wasn't fantastic either, to be fair, because I wasn't really paying attention to the combos the guy was showing. The guy's drills, lovely guy, the coach was lovely, but his drills were like so heavily based on like slipping and rolling. But beginners aren't gonna successfully slip and roll, and to like encourage them to try and do it, I think is a really bad idea. Um, yeah, literally slipping and rolling was about half the movement of each combination on top of punching and everything. I was like, dude, this is too much slipping and rolling. You know, slipping and rolling is a super advanced thing that, you know, yeah, just like telling beginners that they can do this in live rounds is gonna get them fucking knocked out probably. But not my problem. Yeah, the kickbox was alright. I still had good energy though, because obviously I had loads of sleep and carbs and sugar in my system. But yeah, even after the 5K, I rated my energy in the kickboxing class a 7 out of 10, and I felt quite good. I didn't feel like, oh, I'm done a 5K, I'm knackered. I felt good. Then the jiu-jitsu. My attentiveness, I marked a 6 out of 10. I don't remember it being particularly that bad. I remember the guy showed some guillotine stuff. Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't too bad. It was actually an interesting guillotine where you sort of take more of an angle on it and sit back, the head and arm in guillotine. And yeah, pretty cool. Still had good energy and I did well in rolling, but it is hard to mark my performance in rolling when I'm with a bunch of noobs. We're all noobs once, that's not supposed to be an insult, but when I'm with a bunch of noobs, it's hard to really mark like a solid performance in rolling because they don't really get tested. But yeah, it was alright, and I sort of left feeling like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. Like 25 quid for both sessions, I was like, that's a bit of a waste of money, but that was alright, fuck it. I mean, I suppose just by going there, I renewed my familiarity with this certain friend in particular, which led to a cool opportunity, which I'll mention when it becomes relevant in order of the events. Then I went home, drove home, had a spaghetti bolognese, lovely, and also leftover barbecue, which I later realised was actually my father's meal for the next day, which I ate. Whoops. Yeah, so I was in bed by 12:30 on Tuesday morning. Slept and woke up around 10. That's not good, so I overslept again like a motherfucker. Yeah, that's really not good. Oversleeping on a Tuesday is always fucking shit because that means I have a PT in the evening, meaning I can't train jiu-jitsu all day. So that is quite that's not good. I need to stop doing that. I took half of modafinil, which is 100 grams. No, whoa, 100 grams. No, must be way 100 grams. No, that would probably kill me. Milligrams, I suppose. 100 milligrams. Let me read this actually. How much is it? What is the measurement? Doesn't say. Whatever. Definitely not grams. That's a lot. 100 milligrams of modafinil. 4 hard-boiled eggs, 2 slices of toast, and a coffee in the morning. Boom. And after the modafinil, I set myself some to-do list tasks like cleaning my room, cleaning downstairs, which had all of my kit, and I've just got like a pile of kit and bags where like sometimes I'll lose some training stuff. I'll just forget about it, and then when I dig up all these old bags and all these like fucking plastic bags and backpack rucksacks, duffel bags that I have for training, when I fucking clean it all out, I'm like, oh shit, that's like one of my favourite rash guards. I haven't seen that in 6 months. So I'm so dirty like that. I sorted that out then. Found some slippers I forgot I had. And yeah, I had a super. I think I still have the to-do list, and I did it all, and it felt pretty satisfying. Let's see. Maybe I deleted it. Yeah, so I had the clean room, do all that shit. Sort bed sheets, did that. Clean playroom. Find next move on PT, which I did. I messaged the lady because obviously this was Tuesday, the day that my fucking PT lady actually works, and I said, what's the next move? And I did this self-assessment thing, which I'm supposed to do the self-assessment after she marks my work, but fucking hell, you know. Oh my god, I'm getting spammed. Come on. Yeah, but she's like, oh, actually, just do the self-assessment whilst you're waiting. So I did it before she marked because she's so slow. And yeah, so that's another step closer, which is good. I also have this page where I'm learning, I'm making my own dictionary, which is, I know that sounds stupid, but I'm just writing my own Word document with like fitness terms, with the word and the definition, just so I can, obviously they're already in the dictionary because the words already exist, but I'm just familiarising myself with these words and learning what they mean. One massive thing that I've got from this app is I'm regularly coming across words that I don't know what they mean. So I'm like, I should know what that means. And I find it, and now I know. So I'm becoming wiser by the day with fitness terms. That's good. So then after I did all that important stuff, I recorded a travel story. As some of you may know, if you loosely or maybe very tightly follow these videos, maybe one day I'll attract a cult following and everyone watches these and in order. But yeah, I went travelling 2 months ago, and actually on the 19th / 20th, that would have marked 2 months since I've returned in this country, which is as long as I was gone for. So I was almost gone for 2 months. I've now been back for 2 months, and it feels good, to be honest with you. You know, I was really, really low when I came back, and I couldn't see the future. I mean, I know that sounds unbelievably dramatic, but you have to try and, like, I was actually so low that I was like, I don't know what I want to do in the next week or two. It was like, you know, I wasn't suicidal or anything, but I was quite happy with not waking up. That's what I'll say. I know that sounds unbelievably dramatic. I'd probably never ever take my own life physically, but if I was to like not wake up and I was somehow conscious of that, which obviously I know it doesn't work like that, I would be okay with it. I was a really, really sad motherfucker. So 2 months since we've got back, you know, I've had 2 months to take all the information in, or about 6 weeks, because I had more information about 2 weeks after landing. And yeah, I mean, it's all right. It still sucks, but I'm feeling a lot better than I was, a lot better. And I can't remember whether this. Oh, it was Monday. How could I forget? How could I forget? Yeah, so Monday. Shit. So on Saturday, I know this is last week, but on Saturday when I was working the desk, I re-downloaded Instagram on my phone just temporarily because I was like, I'm sitting on this desk for 6 hours. There's literally nothing to do. So I'll download Instagram just so I can spike my fucking dopamine. So I downloaded Instagram. I accidentally clicked give notifications, which I never do ever. Even when I have Instagram, I never allow notifications. But this time I did, and then Monday morning I woke So obviously Monday morning I had a very serious and upsetting conversation with my father on Sunday regarding this girl on holiday, and I actually started crying again. I was surprised because I thought I wasn't going to cry about this girl again. I actually hadn't cried about this girl for a very long time. Most of my other tears were for the dog that I lost. Beautiful Labrador, almost 15 years old. We were so lucky to have him that long. But I only really cried for that girl on the night when I realised that it wasn't going to work out. Then I cried. And the day after, I cried then, to be honest. Because I was absolutely fucking destroyed, heartbroken. Absolutely fucked. But the rest of the tears after that was shortly after I realised the dog had passed away. But now, yeah, then, fucking hell, I gave her fair share of tears again that night. So I was very down, and then I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not ready to, like, move on and talk to somebody else, because that would just be unfair on the other person. I said, fuck it. I deleted all the apps, get rid of it. I have actually deleted the apps now. I know I've been saying that for a few weeks, but I've actually deleted them now. And after I did that, it's crazy because some people say, and I think it's definitely true, from my experience, when you just switch off and you're like, I'm not looking for another relationship or any goals right now, I don't give a shit. Your energy, I'm not a spiritual guy, but the fucking wavelength gets emitted, and when you're not looking, you become so much more attractive, I feel, to other girls, ironically. And I suppose this girl must have caught my wavelength because somebody that I used to see in like November last year randomly texted me. We went on a few dates in like November, December last year. 3 dates it was, and she just stopped texting me. So I was like, cool, whatever. Then I started working at this restaurant, and I completely fell in love with this girl that broke my heart later. So she starts texting me again. I'm like, wow, that's funny. I literally just decided that I wasn't going to fucking bother with this shit anymore. But then she was like, oh, hi. She kept calling me Angel. Hi, Angel. Do you want to catch up? I was like, you know what, fuck it. She's like, all right, I'll book something. I've booked it Wednesday, cool. I was like, wow, this is more like it. Fucking hell. Where's this treatment been my whole life? She booked this place. And I'll tell you when it comes to the day, but I was like, shit. So yeah, she's at the back of my mind now. How did I get onto that? Oh yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, sorry. I went on a bit of a tangent, but it was relevant. I'd forgotten to mention something on Monday. And then I went branching off onto Sunday night, which was relevant and quite a big event. I don't really think I made a big enough deal out of how big that was. It was actually a very nice moment with my father, who obviously we have a very good relationship, but we rarely have conversations like that, and he rarely sees me cry at all. I don't really cry that much, but well, actually, that is not true. The last year I've cried a lot, but to be fair, I've had my reasons. I'm not one of those motherfuckers that will cry if they miss their train, okay? Trust me, guys, I won't list the reasons, but motherfucker, I've had my reasons to cry this year. Anyway, in the last year being now back to last August. Fuck me. Anyway, enough of that fucking gay boy mentality. I'm not the victim here. It's just life. So yeah, so this girl has tried to get back in touch with me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm open to it. Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it. Obviously, she DM'd me on Instagram. I previously unfollowed her. Not in a childish way, just to like get her out of my sight. I feel like if you're talking to a girl and she stops texting you, I can accept that. That's fine. It's cool. Whatever. She didn't like me for whatever reason. But then if I see like a fucking sexy picture of her in like a few weeks' time, it'll fucking ruin my day. So for that reason, I have to just unfollow them. And I know that sounds childish, but it's not. It's not a childish intention, but I have to unfollow them. Anyway, now that's out the way. Disclaimer's done. She refollowed me and all that shit, and I knew that she was keeping her eye on me because I could see that she was like viewing my stories, and she actually gave me a follow request on Valentine's Day. I might have even mentioned that on Valentine's Day vlog video, but she followed me again, so I looked at her profile, and man, fucking hell, she's been on holiday, she's fucking still hot. I was like, sure, man, let's meet up. And And no, that's not relevant yet. Let me continue talking. So yeah, so now we're texting, but we weren't really texting. She organised the place. I was like, cool, sorted. And then I was like, see you Wednesday. And then that was on Monday, and then we hardly texted on Tuesday at all. And then met up on Wednesday. But let me talk about Tuesday now. Sorry, no, there's no direction here again. Well, there's sort of direction. Anyway, boom. Took the modafinil, did my to-do list task, had another coffee at fucking 1:30, got some more stuff done, and then I recorded the one of the other parts of the travelling series, because obviously I didn't have my computer with me when I was travelling in Asia, so I just took notes, and now I'm back. I'm still making these videos bit by bit. Yeah, so I'm making these videos recording my travels bit by bit. Oh wow, I didn't actually mean to do that. But the video, I think the day I posted that video was literally 2 months since I got back. Oh wait, I think I would have noticed that by then. Anyway, whatever. I probably didn't mention it in the video, but the video Bob Marley Sagani is 2 months since I've been back. So I need to make these videos quickly because I've only got notes and I'll forget all the little in between memories if I'm not quick enough. But yeah, so did that video, did the Minecraft gameplay. And yep, released it. It was, yeah, recalling that video was fun, even though some bits make me sad. But it was fun most of the way, fun to recount. So I had a spaghetti bolognese and 2 bowls of Cheerios. I'm trying to eat healthier this week because I'm trying to just sort of go down slowly in weight. So I have a competition in 1 month's time at around 76.5 kg. So I had that, and I decided I'd ride my bike to my PT client's house. So I rode the bike, it took me about 30-40 minutes. My chain came off, so I had to get it back on. And on the way to this client's house, my nan also lives in the halfway point. So when the chain came off, I had to fix it. I got my hands all dirty, so I stopped at my nan's house. She just so happened to be watering her front garden, very wholesome. I turn up, she's like, oh, what are you doing here? And I just use her tap to wash my hands, kissed her goodbye, see you later. Got to my client's house, and I actually used the RP Hypertrophy app with him. I really like the app, and he really likes it too. He felt very positive about it, and he was very glad that I was incorporating it. He even offered to pay for it, and I was like, damn, I wish I could accept that, but it's just weird if I accept that, but it would be fucking awesome. He was like, does it cost money? I'm like, yeah, it's $35 a month. He's like, do you want me to pay for it? And I'm like, wow, that's really nice, but I use it myself, so it's fine. I'm going to use it anyway, so don't worry. But yeah, so the app is super helpful for me, and also it actually has the algorithm. Like once you do the first week, it will give you the reps and the weights afterwards, which is awesome. And yeah, I really like the app. I would definitely recommend it, guys. I haven't even been using it that long, and I can already see that it's worth it. Then I rode the bike home, obviously, because I rode it there. And stopped off at my nan's halfway, had a Lotus biscuit with a cup of tea. And my nan just actually started asking me about this girl. I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm starting to get over it now. Can you stop asking me? Because she asked, I was like, I suppose I'll talk. I do sort of have a sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but a small relief when I talk about it. But then again, it's bittersweet because then it comes back and I'm upset for the next like set time after the conversation. Because I'm now getting to the stage where I actually won't think about her for maybe half an hour or so. For maybe half an hour I won't think about her. But then if I just have a conversation about her, I'll probably think about her every 5 to 10 minutes consistently for the whole day. And it's tough, man. Oh yeah, that might have been what I did. On Tuesday I had lots of WhatsApp conversations going on. I checked in on my sister and her boyfriend, like, yo, this is 2 months today since we got back, how are you feeling? And we checked in on each other, and my sister's boyfriend was at the gym with one of his mates who I know and really like. I was like, yo, invite me next time, motherfucker. And then somebody I used to work with too, who he's actually having a bit of an issue with his ex-girlfriend. He feels very sad about her. And I gave him a pep talk. And when I'm talking to him, I'm also sort of talking to myself at the same time, because our situations are sort of similar. Not that I was ever outgoing, like official with this girl, but the feelings are still very much the same, I think. So yeah, I was talking to him about it. I was like, yo, I was giving a pet talk, but I'll spare you what I said because it's not really that important for my journal, not to be rude. But yeah, I had the biscuits with my nan, and she kept asking me. I think my family can see that I'm super sad about her, and I think they're talking to each other about it, but without me, which is slightly weird. But yeah, I think my dad was talking to my nan about it when he was driving her to the hospital the other day, and now she's asking me because I didn't tell her the details, obviously, because the details are fucking disgusting, and it involves lots of sex, and it also involves sex involving me and me potentially having an STD. So obviously I wouldn't talk to my nan about that, obviously not. But now she has sort of an idea, which is gross. I think my dad told her. And yeah, so she was like, so she was sleeping with other people? And I was like, yes. Did she sleep with you? And I was like, I'm not answering that. But she's like, so that's a yes. And I was like, fuck's sake. This is so embarrassing. And it is embarrassing. It's so embarrassing to be on her long list of dudes. It's very dishonourable. Thank God it isn't a physical thing. Well, I fucking hope not. She might have actually have one, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that conversation got me down slightly, and I said to my nan, like, look, it's her dad's fault for raising her in a way where she's constantly hungry for attention, and it's the chef's fault for seeing an opportunity for sex. All he had to do was give attention. So they're at fault. And she's like, it's not their fault, it's her fault. And both sides are partly true. The blame on the father is probably bang on because he sort of raised her in a way that's made her turn out like this. So the same way that if a child is absolutely, I know we're adults now, but in the same way that somebody's child, if they're absolutely focused and successful on their given craft, or they're very loyal to their partner, that's probably because their parents had a fantastic relationship or marriage, and so on. You know, so children, if children of kids, if they're wonderfully successful, you can usually credit the parents. Of course, there's the opposite side when the parents were so bad, the children are, I'm going to be different. That's obviously different. But on a general rule of thumb, I think, and I believe that the parents fucked up. Or sometimes, I mean, they didn't mean. I mean, obviously they never mean to, but either they're too busy with work or they just don't have the time, and the children are deprived in some sense of attention or something else, or love or affection, and they grow up to be a little bit fucked up. I think we all are slightly. I mean, yeah, we're all completely moulded by our childhood. Everyone is, whether that be like a good mold or a bad mold. This girl, not so good, because she sucks anyone's dick that gives her attention. It's not a good mold, but it is. I know I'm laughing, but it's tragic, and it is very, very sad. Because if she wasn't raised like that, I think she would have made me a very, very happy man. And she's going to live a very sad life, I predict. Unfortunately, just the way she fucking, the way she does things. She's going to live a very sad life. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't want anything to do with her, so it doesn't matter. I'm not interested in anything to do with her. Why am I talking about? Oh yeah, so yeah, I spoke to my nan about this in the evening on Tuesday. Rode my bike home, and probably went to bed shortly after. Got into bed at fucking midnight on that night. Wow, that's great. Got into bed at midnight on Wednesday. Didn't fall asleep until an hour though, so that was a bit shit. I was on YouTube Shorts. Woke up at 8:30, whacked a modafinil, porridge, Nutella, coffee, boom. So yeah, I did oversleep a little bit. That was pretty annoying because I was supposed to be up at like 7ish to go to the pro class, but I couldn't because I was a lazy cunt. So overslept. Had my porridge, my Nutella, my coffee. I also had to had my car in. In the UK, you have to check your car every year to make sure it's safe to go on the road. Biggest load of bullshit ever. But I had to do that. It's called an MOT. Give my car into the garage, and yeah, gave my car in, walked to the station, had a class, and it was a good class. I felt really good. Training was super good today. My attentiveness was still about a 7 out of 10, but I still, you know what? I think I could have maybe raised it to an 8, because I felt like I was doing well in the drilling. Maybe I could be nicer and put it to an 8. I'll leave it for now because obviously there must have been a reason at the time when I put 7. But I remember it was some sort of arm bar, finishing and attacks and how to deal with them rolling, etc. My energy was 9 out of 10 and my performance in rolling was 9 out of 10. I had some fantastic rolls, some really good rolls, and I felt great. I also went for a coffee with the guys after. And there was one guy at the table who I didn't actually know, but he seemed to be pretty cool. And the rest, you know, it was a nice start to the day. Great training, felt good. Obviously, I haven't trained jiu-jitsu properly the half of the week. Tuesday I completely missed. Monday I was at some other place that they're not that advanced. But today on the Wednesday felt fucking great. I left feeling like that was a good session. I'm happy to leave. Sometimes I'll be there and I'm like, dude, it took me a long time to get here. I feel annoyed leaving because it's going to take me a long time to get home, and I feel like the journey was wasted because the training in between wasn't that good. I can happily say, however, that that was not the case on Wednesday. Very good training, and I'm starting to. I mean, I always like jiu-jitsu, of course. Sometimes I'm in the phases where I'm like, I'm not that excited to go to training for a few weeks. I think I'm entering a phase of loving jiu-jitsu, and that's a very fun window. And I've had a few of them. I think we're starting one, which is great. Whilst I was on the way home, I contacted my friend. I was like, yo, got a busy day today. I want to fit in a gym session with you. Can we go to the gym once I get out of the station? I'm coming back from training, let's hit gym. He was like, yeah, cool. This was 3 p.m. So I was like, dude, this is insane. My friend's sleep schedule must be like sort of rounding up normal now. Usually he's never awake at 3 p.m. But he was. We went gym, we did our own thing. I'm doing my legs twice a week on the RP Hypertrophy app, and it was fucking good. Hit the legs, I felt almost no pain in my knees. My knees have been feeling good recently. A few weeks ago, I was feeling quite a lot of discomfort just walking, but that is subsided. My legs are feeling strong. Granted, I'm not doing squats yet, but I'm using all of the machines for legs, leg press, extensions, etc. And they felt good. Legs felt strong. I hit like 120 kg on the leg press for reps, obviously, and felt good. I still feel them a little bit very lightly, and now I've completed the first week on my mesocycle. It's given me set weights and reps to perform, which is very exciting stuff. I'm excited to see how that progresses. Very good. So after weights, quickly went home, had 4 hard-boiled eggs and 2 slices of toast. Had that, jumped in the shower, got out, boom. On the train, I felt like my white shoes that I usually have to go to the restaurant, I spilt loads of fucking gravy and sauce down. I was ill prepared today. I should have properly wiped them, made sure they were clean. I started to wipe them, but I was going to be really late. So I was like, shit, I just put the black shoes on, put a shirt on. And whilst I was on the train, I'm like, fuck, this does not match. I was like, fuck it. I'm ripped anyway, so I don't need to have matching clothes. So turned up to into London, where the date was. Oh, before I talk about the date, let me just say, when I was having a coffee with my friends today on the Wednesday, I got a call from the garage. The MOT failed, and it's going to cost about 500 plus quid, maybe more, to repair the car. And I'm now contemplating whether or not I'm going to go ahead with it. And I'll talk about that more in depth in my next video in the second half of the week, because that's a decision I'm still currently making. But yeah, so went to this lovely date. I met up with her at this bar. I met up with this girl, as I said, 3 times last year, and she wanted to get in touch again. And I said, like, hey, have you been going on any more of these hinge dates? She's like, nah, not really. And I know I said hinge dates, so in her female mind, that would give her an excuse to not talk about any other dates, which is fair, because I wasn't specific enough. And even if I was specific, she could lie. Not that I get this. I'm not saying I think this girl's a liar or anything. I suppose I'm still a bit toxic from my, a little bit sour from my other experience. Let me have a little breather and just be a bit more chill when I continue to talk about this story. She's a very lovely girl. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, sat down with her. Lovely to catch up. She looked lovely, and yeah, so we walked into this bar, and I was very surprised. I thought it was just gonna be a bar, but it was fucking virtual reality, not virtual reality, but it was like a clay pigeon shooting on a screen, and the guns were really good. They were really accurate, and it was fucking sick. Yeah, it was really cool. It was actually really cool. I was very good at it. She wasn't that good. I was like, listen, it's all right, babe. We'll play together. And yeah, smashed it out of the park. After that, we went and got food. Had a nice little walk. And this was the same kind of London area that we had our first few dates in. So we were like reminiscing. Oh, do you remember this? Oh, yeah, I remember that. And yeah, she's really nice. I can tell that she thinks I'm a little bit weird, but she likes it, I think. Which is strange. I'm like, cool, okay. And it's really strange because she has a very good career and she earns a lot more money than me. And she's actually younger than me. She's younger than me. She earns a lot more money than me, and she knows it. I don't hide it. I haven't told her exactly what I make, but I told her I work part time at a restaurant, part time as a PT. You know, it doesn't take I told her what car I drive. It doesn't take a genius to know that she earns way more than me. And she's still into me. I'm like, fucking hell. This is an interesting one. And here she is. She's taking the lead. She's booking things. I'm like, fuck me. My God, she's like the man of this relationship so far. I better fuck it up my game. But she's still like really enthusiastic, like going on, like continuing. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna see how this plays out. And it also is good to be with somebody like that because I'm gonna be like, fuck me. I need to get this up a little bit. I need to be the breadwinner here. It's ridiculous. But yeah, she paid for the fucking clay pigeon shooting thing. I was like, oh shit. How much was this? She's like, I'm not telling you. So we went. We had dinner. We had pizza, and I paid the guy without telling her, and she was like, "All right then, should we pay?" And I'm like, "Oh no. These people are actually in contact with the clay pigeon shooting guys, and they said because I'm so good, we got the meal for free." She was like, "Ah, you're lying. You paid, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And now a classic knee slapper from me. You know how I am, guys. I've got all the charm, got all the looks, it's got it all. And yeah. Oh man, I feel a little bit embarrassed. I feel like I opened up a little bit too much. Because I mean, obviously we haven't seen each other in 8 months, so she's doing the common things like how's your dad, how's your nan, how's your dog, and I was like, the dog actually died, and I stayed on it for a while just to honour my boy. I talked about it for a while, and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then she didn't directly ask me about my mum, but I mean, I have never even spoke about my mum on these videos. Basically, my mum was an abusive alcoholic. And I told her, I was like, I fucking never tell people that. People that have been in my life for years, it never comes up, so I never tell them. My sister, on the other hand, she loves telling people, and it fucking annoys me. I think it makes people feel uncomfortable, and they sort of look at you in a different way, which I don't like. So I don't tell people, unless it's very, very relevant. And I suppose in this situation, it sort of is like if someone's going to get involved with you, they sort of do need to know those things. So yeah, I mean, maybe it was alright, and I'm sure she would say it was alright, because I didn't stay on it for too long. But yeah, I was like, yeah, so this is my mum, this is what she did, and yeah, she's like, is that why you don't drink? And I'm like, yeah, partly. And then we sort of moved on, but I'm embarrassed, that was date number 4, and I said that was too soon, it was too soon, shouldn't have said that. But I've done it now, and she still likes me, she still wants to go out again, so cool. We're going to go and watch fucking Deadpool versus Wolverine, I'm actually really excited for that. Yeah, so we had a lovely date. Went shooting. Went for a meal. And we had another walk around, sat outside and chatted for a while. She's a really lovely girl. I do like her a lot. But I'm not like head over heels attached. I'm not gonna cry if she stops texting me. I think I'm at a good level of attraction where if it works, cool. If it doesn't, fine. If I was at this level of attraction with the previous girl, it would have been much more manageable. And And say, if for example, if this girl, she won't because she has a full-time job, but if this girl asked me to go travelling, I would be like, no. Even if I had the funds to, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing it. Which would have been useful to have that, but I was so head over heels for this previous girl, I would have fucking done anything with her. So yeah, I feel like I'm at a healthy level of attraction to this girl. And I sort of slipped up. I was like, yeah, this other restaurant, I've been through so much with this other restaurant. They fired somebody for me. She was like, what? Who? I was like, this girl. And she was like, long story. And I was like, yeah, it's not a good idea. For any of if I've got any young viewers, guys, if you're on a date with a girl, don't bitch about your ex-girlfriend to the girl. They don't want to hear that. I was like, not that this was my ex-girlfriend. I'm just saying in general. I'm just like, shit. I should not have said that. I think she could sort of figure out. But hey, she stopped texting me, you know. It's been 8 months. I'm a good-looking guy. Of course I'm going to talk to some other girls. Not of course, actually. I don't always have a girl on the go like some of my friends do, but from how she sort of conducted herself, I think she sort of, I didn't ask her directly, but I think she may have actually not spoken to anyone since. I don't think she went on any more dates. She said that she had a lot going on at the end of the year, like her nan fell ill, she was changing jobs and everything. She sort of just did her own thing for a bit. So whether or not that was actually true doesn't really matter because we weren't talking to each other anyway. But I do find that slightly more attractive if she stopped speaking to me, she didn't see anyone else, and then she's like, I remember that guy, I want to speak to him again. That's slightly more attractive than the contrary to, I don't think I used that word correctly, not the contrary, than the opposite of that, which is, oh yeah, I saw this dude, didn't think he was good enough, saw loads of other guys in between, then I was like, oh shit, he's actually alright, went back. You know, I don't like that version of the story, but maybe that's not true. And even if it is, fuck it. Let's get some... No, that's rude, don't say that. Okay, so, had the lovely date, got on the train home, my phone just died as well on the train, which is annoying, so I'm using Apple Pay. Fuck, I need to sort that out as well. Shit. I think I've got my credit card here. Hopefully this works for the train. Because my Apple Pay has now stopped working on the train because it let me tap in, but it didn't let me tap out that night. So on the night, I saw, so the main train wasn't working, so I had to get the slow train. And I got the slow train a few stops. I got the slow train for a few stops, and then I saw that the main train was actually waiting at that stop. I was like, oh shit. I waited. I didn't want to hang around at this station for long, because it's a really dodgy station. So I hung around for a bit, and I saw that on the sign, they have like these like digital moving signs, and I saw that on the sign, my hometown was on there. I was like, fantastic. Jumped on that train, and then even though it was dark, I've been on this train a million times. So I looked out the window and I was like, this is going the wrong way. I just know it. I thought maybe it's a different route and it's going to turn at the last minute. The screen still said my hometown. So I was like half optimistic, but I just knew. And I was like, shit. And funny enough, just as we're about to pull up, the train driver goes over the comms. Yep, the next stop is actually, and then says a town that is not my town. I'm like, why has this happened? Why? Your fucking screen said the wrong town, and I got on the train. And guys, this isn't just one town over. This was fucking ages away from my house. So far, it would probably take fucking 20 hours to walk. Let me check now, actually. Oh, no, actually. 3 hours and 2 minutes. Still fucking ages. What the fuck? But yeah, that was annoying. So, also in this zone, Apple Pay doesn't work. You need to buy tickets in this zone of trains, which was fucking fantastic. Great. So happy about that. It was such a ball ache. But yeah, so I got off the station, had a piss in the bushes, started speaking to the guys like, yo, this is what happened, wasn't supposed to be here. And they were actually mad chill. The guys on the desk, they're either chill or they're fucking annoying. This guy was chill. He was like, oh, I'm sorry that happened, man. Go to this state and wait on here, and then you're free to go. At this point, my phone died. No music. We're detoxing now, guys. Dopamine detoxing. So did that, and got got home eventually. Got to my home station, and then I couldn't tap out because I didn't want to tap again because I was going to get charged. I should have tapped out though. Just tried, so the system knows. Because now my card is fucked, but it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, so did that and got in, had some cereal because I was really hungry. Well, actually, I wasn't really hungry. I don't really know why I ate that cereal. I had some cereal at fucking midnight, 5 bowls and Cheerios, and I went to sleep at around 1:30. Obviously, that's way later than I want, but I couldn't really help it tonight. Um, and yeah, so I went to bed on Wednesday at around 1:30 in Thursday morning. So not great, but a pretty interesting half week. And yeah, so far this week, life is changing, and we're handling it. We're rolling with the punches. Let's fucking continue on to the next half of the week, my friends. I hope you have a successful next half of your week 34.